Hey y'all, it's Freeman-Similien, SRN, and I just wanted to make a video tonight about day shift versus night shift. So tonight I will be working an overnight shift, and I love them because you get paid while everyone else is sleeping. But I just want to go over which shift is best for which type of person. Okay, so I think that for day shift, which I normally work, for day shift, it's for your energetic person, upbeat, don't mind interacting with a whole lot of people because you'll be interacting with doctors, residents, nurses. I'm talking in a nurse extern position. So you'll be interacting with a lot of people. Everyone's in the hospital from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So that's when everything's going down. Your patients will be going down for transport to get testing done. When applicable, sometimes they'll be going for physical therapy, um, x-rays, all type of things like that. So when that happens, what I usually try to do is tidy their room up. That's when I kind of like make their bed and get them prepared for the like lunch, whatever they're coming back for. So I like day shift. I don't mind interacting with people, but it's just totally like literally night and day. So for day shift, it's more interaction. Everyone's in the hospital, so it's like lively and it can get chaotic depending on what unit you are in. So the other pros about day shift is, which that could be a pro or a con depending on what type of personality you have. If you're upbeat and you like interacting with people, day shift is going to be your thing. Also, day shift could be more convenient for the type of person who has a family like me. You go in, you could take your kids to school, or someone else can drop your kids off at school. You go in, you get your shift done, and you come home. During the winter time, it's already dark, but during the summertime, it's not. But you get home for dinner. It's more of a normal schedule for a person working day shift. However, overnight, you're working when everyone else is sleeping. So you have to make sure before you go into your overnight shift that you get your rest. So for me, I wake up in the morning like today. I woke up this morning. I kind of hung out with my husband for a little bit, and then we had breakfast, and I ate a little bit more than I would so that I could fall back to sleep. So I stayed up for maybe an hour or two, and I went to sleep. I went to sleep from like 12 to almost 5. And I got up, and I actually feel like it's morning time. Like I'm ready to drink a coffee and go into work. I work about 30 minutes away, so I'll be leaving shortly. I always leave a lot earlier than possible just in case there's traffic, especially the night shift. That's another thing. You could run into traffic trying to get to work by 7. So that's another thing to think about. Also with night shift, it's the opposite of day shift. So it's laid back, the lights are dim, your patients are usually asleep. There are room for complications. The floor that I enjoy on night shift is a transplant/oncology floor. So we have like sometimes in the middle of the night, patients will get fevers or they'll have vomiting, diarrhea, things like of that nature, things that happen with transplant patients, such as like rejection, or with cancer patients, the side effects of their chemo if they had it during the day. Things like that happen when I work overnight on that unit. But I still like it because that unit is a very organized unit and it is in critical care, but it's specialized. So I still kind of like it because it's a specialized unit, even though it's GMF, which is general medical floor. I still enjoy it. So I only work overnights on that unit. But when I work in day shifts, I'm working critical care and it gets really chaotic. So my personality kind of matches overnight more because I can kind of like tunnel vision, get my work done. There's less people to talk to. And, I can kind of like go into the patient's room, be subtle, and do what I need to do, get out, everything's quiet. When I need to study for an exam, I can, take my PowerPoints with me, study for an exam because you have ample time to study at night shift. And also another thing that I enjoy about overnights is kind of weird, but it's actually a scientific explanation behind it. Your cortisol peaks at like 2 a.m. So when you work overnight, you get like hungry. And for me, it's not a good thing, but I kind of like enjoy to eat more fruit overnight because I'm like starving. And I'm like, yeah, you cannot eat this chocolate donut. Because like the first time I worked overnight, I was eating chocolate donuts, peanut butter crackers. I was like, what the heck? So I had asked one of the girls, and they told me about the cortisol, which also one of my professors had told us about it, but I didn't like connect the dots until I was there overnight, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so starving. I was like, I had all this stuff on my desk, and I'm like, I don't even eat sweets. So I was craving that. So one thing I do is when I work overnight, I take a lot of healthy snacks with me because I'm starving, and that's how I get those healthy foods in me. That's the way I thought about it. I don't know. Someone else might think about it differently. However, I can't work overnights because of my mommy schedule and my wife's schedule is conflicting. My husband really doesn't like me to work overnight, so I have to be fair to him too. But overnights would be perfect for like a single young nurse who's just trying to get in and get their money because you're going to get paid more. You're going to have less interactions. You'll be able to focus. You won't be as pulled so many places because one thing I do see the newer nurses go through on the day shift, chaos. Chaos. You know, they're like running like a chicken with their head cut off because they're new nurses and it's crazy. So for me, I just think that night shifts are cool if you can do them. And I think day shifts is okay too. And they have their pros and they have their cons depending on your personality. So if anyone was wondering, it's my video between day shift versus night shifts. Bye.